guys. So, on this channel, we talk a lot about how we need to be at this place where we are feeling safe and secure, and then, our reactions will be aligned with just how we feel. So, I thought we would have a little example today, just so you can see how a safe and secure person would react. So, we're gonna have a scenario, a made up scenario, and we're gonna go through three examples. So, first one is gonna be anxiously attached, second is gonna be avoidant, and then the third is gonna be safely attached. So, secure attachment, I mean. Anyways, in our little scenario, there is a girl and there's a guy, and they have been dating for a while. So they're not yet in a committed relationship, but it's going there, and they're both, really want to be committed. So they have been on a bunch of dates, and they were supposed to have a date today. So they didn't really set, the exact time and place, just because they're already, been on a bunch of dates, so they're not as formal. So they were like talking the day before how they could grab a coffee in the evening, but nothing was like, confirmed, I guess. So, they talk through the day, they text, and, they were texting about usual stuff. And then the evening comes, and the girl notices it's already, I don't know, 7 p.m. And she texts the guy, hey, so we are not going on a date today, or we are not grabbing a coffee today. And half an hour goes by, he's not replying, and then she sends another text, so that's a no. And then he replies, yes, I don't think I can make it today. Um I've just come to see some friends, or I just, I'm with my friends. Okay, so obviously this is not ideal. No girl is gonna like that. None of the three girls are gonna like that. The anxious one, especially not. The avoidant one is not gonna like it, and the secure one not gonna like it either. Nope. So this is something that nobody would like. Everybody would feel, well, I thought we had plans. Why are you with your friends? And everybody would feel a bit rejected. So, oh, I'm not a priority. I'm not chosen. That's what goes through the mind of all of these three girls. So let's see how the anxiously attached reacts. So the anxiously attached, this really triggers her. So it goes straight to her abandonment wound from her childhood. And since she is anxious and she is very reactive, what she does is she sends a bunch of texts. So she's feeling anxious. Her whole evening is ruined. She's crying. She's like, she can't do anything. She's just thinking about how she got rejected. And she's sending a bunch of long texts where she kind of says, we had plans and you went with your friends. What kind of a person does that? And then she just, whatever you want to put there. It can be meaner, it can be nicer, but anyways, it's a bunch of those needy texts where she overly emphasize how the person did her wrong and did not prioritize her and doesn't care and things like that. Okay, then the avoidant girl. Oh, she's not happy either. So the way she reacts is she ignores the message. She ignores the message and she goes no contact. Or she deletes the conversation. Or she unfriends and unfollows the guy on social media, deletes his number, or she even blocks him, depending on the avoidant style. And And then, she feels miserable, just like the anxious one. She just can't concentrate on anything, but she's like, oh, do hell with him. I don't need him. This is it. It's finished. So you see, the avoidant one, she is trying to avoid confrontation. She's trying to avoid, you know, getting hurt. So she's just cutting all ties because this is a red flag and we are no longer speaking, and that's it. So avoidant people, the reason why they are avoidant is because they don't want to get hurt. So they are actually protecting themselves. They're trying to protect themselves and guard themselves. And they were probably very hurt in the past, so this is why they have this attachment style now. But instead of like protecting themselves, all that they are doing is closing the doors for them, and they're kind of missing on opportunities. So, yeah. Okay, now let's go to our safe and secure girl. How does she react? So she's not happy either, guys. She's not like, oh yeah, whatever. She doesn't text, okay, honey, we'll see each other tomorrow. No, no, that's not how it goes. So this girl, she doesn't feel like this is personal, but she does see a problem here. So what she will do is she will clearly communicate her needs. So she's gonna text something like, "Hey, I thought we made some plans. I know they weren't official, but I did clear my evening and I was kind of hoping we were going to see each other. Well, I was thinking we are definitely going to see each other, so I'm a bit confused." So she would probably ask if he forgot about their plans or if this was something that came up or how did it really happen. So she's going to kind of know what to do, right? And as for her evening will not get ruined by this, and her mood will not get ruined by this. Sure, it wasn't pleasant, and she was hoping to see this guy, and she kind of didn't make any other plans because she was hoping that's gonna happen. But instead she's gonna do something else. So she's either gonna call a friend and see if they're available, or she's just gonna stay home and do something nice for her. And she's definitely not gonna torture herself and cry and be miserable and just do nothing. So I hope this makes sense.